do commercial free. Play a little wagon wheel.
Good tunes you got, Rock.
Puts on a great show. Oh,
Darius Rucker.
Yep. Formerly of Hootie.
That's
All
correct.
right. Thanks, dude. Why do you always have to say correct after I say something? I know it's correct.
Who did?
You do.
I didn't say correct.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, just to be fair, can you go back?
That was in the song.
Everybody could record
You
it.
just said correct.
You always say it. Jimmy, you're just. I don't know how much more time we have with you. All right, let's get to our G2G protein bar game changers of the weekend. We all have them. We even bring in Jackson Connor. I'm going to kind of go off the board here.
Mm-hmm.
On the bounce, it's Curry. Oh. Cheat code. Absolutely unbelievable.
Steph Curry, of course, that incredible shot last week. That is not my G2G protein play or anything like that, but it's him, what he's doing off the court. Him accepting a role at his alma mater at Davidson College to be an assistant general manager for basketball programs, I think is a remarkable feat that he is going to accomplish, and he is just going to do some pretty big things. He'll become the first active player in U.S. major sports to take an administrative job with an NCAA team as a guy that's still playing. Now, Andrew Luck, if you remember, retired NFL quarterback, Stanford. He did something similar at Stanford, but he was no longer playing. But you look at what Curry is going to be able to do for Davidson and their basketball programs, both men and women. His wife is involved. He's got a couple other guys that are involved. I think this is just a really cool thing that he is doing that I hope that will trigger more players to take care of their alma mater, like we saw James Harden and what he did last week. But to give these guys a little bit more of a responsibility, like a general manager role, which it's an assistant GM. It's not like he's going to have to do a lot, but what he can do and what he can do with big-time sponsors and the amount of money he can bring in with NIL and just to have the Davidson flag on his back all the time, I think is just huge.
That's a brilliant move.
It is.
That's brilliant. I mean, those are some of the things that to reiterate, brilliant move. And maybe it is a correct move by Davidson, but I think during the regular season, they'll just utilize him as far as a lot of players, as far as NIL money or whatever else to say, hey, look, he's going to be part of that recruiting. He's going to be part of NIL. He's just going to be a huge part of that.
So I have two today. My other is going to be the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Why, you ask, Jimmy?
I am asking.
Because the Oakland A's, soon to be the Vegas A's, who are now playing in Sacramento for 3 years, they are doing a patch sponsorship on their jerseys. And it's brilliant. I mean, it sucks for Sacramento, but, here they are on their sleeve. It'll be, it'll be Vegas, promoting the Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, which I think is huge. It'll be on their sleeves for home, road, their alternate jerseys during the regular season, the playoffs. It's just a brilliant move on marketing. And of course, the A's are sitting back like, we'll take the check. But I give the marketing folks in Vegas all the credit in the world. So I'm giving the folks in Vegas my G2G protein bar.
Did you see the rendering of their new stadium?
It's awesome.
It is
pretty phenomenal.
Tremendous.
It's
outer space.
It's Vegas.
It is Vegas.
It's Vegas.
It's going to put pressure on the Dimebacks.
Yeah, it will.
I really think if we start seeing more of these stadiums popping up and they're sitting there waiting on this money to renovate Chase, I don't know.
All right, guys, my G2G protein bar game changer. We're going to go back to Denver and one Nikola Jokic.
Denver basketball. Russ Westbrook has it right elbow. Up top, Jokic thought about a three. Now puts it on the deck. Drives around Plumlee. Lefty. Kind of half hook. He got it to go. So that's why Jokic is the best in the biz.
Thank you, 98.7. Tim Ring and Tim Kempton on the call last night or a couple nights ago. He becomes the first NBA player, and Jim, this is what's interesting about this, the triple-double of at least 30 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists. Now, he tied his own record with his 29th triple-double of the season, stretching his career total to 149. He ended up with 31 points, 22 assists, 21 rebounds, and 3 steals in that Nuggets 141 overtime win over the Suns on Friday night. So he is my G2G protein bar game changer of the night, maybe of the year.
He is the
Those
best
numbers
player.
are phenomenal.
He's the best player on the planet right now. And I know he doesn't jump high and he doesn't have that athletic look about him, but nobody plays basketball the way that he plays basketball.
They couldn't defense him at all.
No.
In that fourth quarter,
No.
in that overtime. I mean, he was flat-footed on several of those shots around the rim, on the outside. By the way, why do you ever let him have a wide-open three-point shot? I'm just saying. I mean, the Suns gave it the good old college try, but for what he did, and I didn't realize the 30-20-20 was a magic mark for something like that.
My G2G protein bar player of the weekend, it is one Bills quarterback. No, it's not Dan Minucci. It is Josh Allen.
Big play here. Trying to go up top for
He
it.
wants to run for it, Jim. He wants to just go get it with his legs. He's trying to find
It
the
wasn't
opening.
there, so now he's got to throw it deep to the end zone. And was that caught? Yes! Ty Johnson scrapes it off the ground, above the ground for the touchdown.
And thank you to CBS for that highlight. Josh Allen inks a $330 million contract, highest paid player in the NFL as we speak. Minucci, I'm telling you, you missed your calling. You really did.
Maybe I need to get involved with the NFL, the Buffalo Bills alumni a little more intimately. Go visit Buffalo once in a while. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Hey, remember me?
Could you help a quarterback clinic out once in a while?
Josh Allen, who, by the way, has yet to get the Bills to the Super Bowl. Also, this is a guy in Josh Allen who would throw for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, run for 2 touchdowns, but because a 185-pound kicker kicks a field goal with no time left on the clock to win the game for the other team, Minucci would not put him on his clipboard segment.
Well, you got to win the game. That's the bottom line. You got to win the game. By the way, he surpasses Deshaun Watson.
He does.
For 250 of that 330 guaranteed. I think Watson was at 236.
Something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
unbelievable.
Be around to 2030 minimum.
He is my G2G player of the weekend.
All right, Jax.
All right, I'm going to go into Michigan and highlight a special coach, one of the best coaches of all time, Tom Izzo in Michigan State.
And now they try to pull a pass to Danny Wolf. It's knocked away. MSU has it. Here's Akins for another 3. And now MSU takes it away. Kohler, he slaps it.
What a steal by Akins in Michigan State. Absolutely dominant.
Tom Izzo not only beat his rival in-state Michigan for the second time this season, he won his 11th Big Ten regular season championship. They're the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament, where they're projected to win his 7th Big Ten tournament title. But this is a team, guys, that was unranked preseason in the AP poll. They were picked to finish 6th in the Big Ten, only brought in 2 transfers, and in year 30, he's finished the regular season for Michigan State 26-5, 12 quad 1 wins. They won their outright Big Ten title, got a top 5 defense in the country. I can go on and on and on. Watch out for this Michigan State team, because I don't know where they're going to end up. Probably going to be a 2 seed in the tournament. But if they face an Auburn, a Duke, a Houston that are all projected to be number 1 seeds, this Michigan State team, as you all know, in March can be dangerous. So shout out to Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans. Almost said Wolverines.
Yeah, you did.
The Spartans.
Boy, Jax, nice catch.
Hey,
for being my G2G.
I like that selection, but I think that Rick Pitino at St. John's.
Oh, boo-hoo, Jimmy. Boo-hoo.
I'm not saying
I said Rick Pitino 2 weeks ago, and you took mine after that.
Jimmy,
Today is Tom Izzo.
It's Jax's G2G protein bar.
I understand.
Why are you trying to bogart him?
I'm not bombing him. I'm just saying I agree with everything that he pointed out. I'm just saying that for Coach of the Year, Rick Pitino's name will be mentioned in that same breath.
All right, Connor, let's move on. What do you got there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to be going on to the big race we had down there in Goodyear. I'm going to be going with Christopher Bell winning a 3rd consecutive NASCAR Cup Series. He won at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Circuit of the Americas, and then now winning at the Phoenix Raceway. This is the final lap.
And caution. No, white flag. Here we go. 1 lap to go.
The race is on. They're 3 wide.
Bell solidifies the lead.
No, Denny's still there on his outside, hanging tough.
It's all going to come down to what happens right here on the entry into turn 3.
Don't take yourselves out and hand it away. Don't do it. Keep an eye on Larson.
Off turn 4, Bell edges ahead and wins 3 in a row.
Wow.
That was awesome.
What a great finish.
How does that happen?
3 in a row?
Yeah.
Seriously, that's unheard of.
First time doing it with the next gen car, and I think the last person to do this was Kyle Larson back in 2021.
I didn't know you were a net car guy.
Followed a little bit.
Yeah, obviously a lot more than a little bit. Good. All right, good stuff. G2G protein bars, as we always talk about here on Mondays. If you have not had one, you need to try one, and they are available to you at Costco. They are fresh, no preservatives. They're stored in the refrigerator. So check it out. Go to Costco, check them out in the refrigerated section, or just go online. You can order them there, and you get a 15% discount. G2GBar.com. That's G2GBar.com. We'll catch up with ABC 15 Sports Director Craig Fooey next. But first, here's Jax with your local Phoenix ESPN 620 Sports Center.